One of my informants, he's got information based on a deathbed confession of a person who actually worked at Area 51, and they said that not only was there a creature there, but that it escaped.
Is there any type of evidence that would lead us to believe that there is an alien out here running around?
My informant, he's got video evidence of this creature that was shot back in the early 1980s in Tonopah. Check your emails. I sent you the video.
Oh my God.
What is that?
That's as far as it goes. On video. I'm taking a video of it. I don't know.
You see it?
Goes away. What the hell?
What is going on? Do you see that?
Citizenship to African Americans. That offer free citizenship to African Americans. Number 5, Ghana. The right of a bond law allows people of African ancestry to live in the country without applying for a visa or work permit. Another method is via the dual citizenship law of Ghana. Number 4, Kenya. In 2018, Kenya announced its consideration to grant citizenship to Black Americans with ancestral ties to the country. Coming at number 3 is South Africa, which announced its decision to grant citizenship to Black Americans. This decision is seen as a powerful step towards righting the wrongs of apartheid. Number 2, Zimbabwe extends an open invitation to Black Americans seeking to rediscover their roots or forge a new path. 1, Nigeria. Nigeria's decision to extend citizenship to Black Americans is to acknowledge the shared heritage that binds the country and its people abroad.
Oh man, I know they got an excuse
musical
for this.
stylings of
Look at
Victor
Shaq this whole
Oladipo,
time.
who is the reigning two-time
I'm trying to tell you,
champion
man,
of
this
the
happened too
All-Star
much in Hollywood.
Weekend, player talent show.
You are talented. I give you a little credit on that. A lot of credit. You're very talented.
Stuff.
I mean, you're not a karaoke guy like me, but you can actually.
Charles,
you know they call me a
acting
brown
like they
eye,
don't even
right?
see him.
As a matter of fact, you
going,
both
keep
have
going.
experience singing New York, New York. His was at the Slam Dunk
my man
contest.
right
Yours
here.
was in Vegas.
Yes.
We had the
Might be
show
in
out
control
there.
or something,
Here's just a
man.
little sampling.
Spreading the
Shaq's still
news.
stuck right now, bro. I'm trying to tell
I'm
you.
leaving today.
Some Jordan Peele movie shit.
To be
Trolling somebody. This is some they clone Tyrone looking ass shit, man. Watch this. The whole time he was still stuck.
See, I
He's
love to
still
do
there stuck.
karaoke. That's good, isn't it?
You see those two mics
man.
back there?
You made up your own words.
Photos that hide a secret. A simple baseball team in 1911. They were death row inmates whose execution was postponed as long as they kept winning. They won 4 matches in a row before being executed despite not having suffered a defeat. An old photo taken in 1863. This is the only known photo of Abraham Lincoln at Gettysburg before delivering his famous speech. A group of people in front of the Sphinx in 1863. They are Japanese samurai during the Aikita mission. Their aim was to obtain an agreement to close the port of Yokohama to foreign trade, as Japan wished to maintain its isolationist policy. A man with a tribe in 1961. The man is Michael Rockefeller, a member of the famous billionaire family. He will disappear shortly after the photo is taken. The Asmat tribe was known to be cannibalistic. A few years later, a documentary directed by Fraser Heston revealed disturbing images of a man paddling energetically among the tribe members. So, what is the truth?
I don't want to look like Katy Perry anymore sometimes.
Okay.
And like, that is a little bit of why I cut my hair, is because I really want to be my authentic self, like 100%. And so it hurts, you know, when I don't feel like I can.
You know, what was going on in my life at 15, and that's how I got introduced to the music industry. I swear I wanted to be like the Amy Grant of music. Yeah. But it didn't work out, and so I sold my soul to the devil.
Did you ever have some bouts of where Katie just didn't want to go on?
Yeah, I wrote a song about it.
Okay.
That's what I guess I do. That's how I process, is I write songs.
And you get rid of those feelings, those uncomfortable feelings.
Some of them don't come out fully, and that's why I still do the work.
Which song was that? What lyric comes to your mind?
By the Grace of God.
Okay. They're very close to you. They're very close. They're heartfelt.
It's hard, like I sang it on tour.
Okay.
And it's hard because I'm ashamed.
Oh.
Because, of course, Katy Perry's so strong.
I'm talking to Catherine. She's sitting back.
But it's hard because I feel ashamed that I would even, like, have those thoughts, you know? I'd feel that.
Now I got videos for you. Come on, bitch. I got videos how you attacked us. What the fuck you did, bitch? How about that move, bitch?
I know everybody in media. Y'all ain't spinning with them. The most dangerous leaders had their own media. Frederick Douglass had his own media. Marcus Garvey had his own media. Malcolm X had his own media. Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan had his own media. Noble Drew Ali had his own media. They was able to control the messaging that went to the people. So when we talk about propaganda that's being spread, the propaganda is first spread. They say it takes 14 to 25 years to start the demoralization of a society. Because Sun Tzu believed that the best way to win a war was not with a gun or violence. No, you got to win it non-violently. You have to win it in the minds and the heart of the people. You have to destroy them so they're no longer connected to something of a higher level. But they also have to be susceptible to the messaging in the first place. And the reason they said it took 14 to 25 years, because those are the generations that are being impressed and programmed during that time. So between those ages of 1 through 7, you don't think for yourself. You are unconscious. So anything in your environment is programming, shaping, and conditioning you. So by the time you go in and you become older, they got you already. So when we talk about the great customization and personalization of where we at in society, I get people to study where you was at, where the world was at when you was 1 to 7 years old. You think that the way you eat, the way you think, the way you dress, the way you feel is based on you. You've been programmed by the times and the conditions that you grew up in. We at low level, we at high levels.
What advice would you give a young lady wanting to become President of the United States?
Well, I hope we do have a young lady at some point become President of the United States. I can tell you how I think it will happen, because it won't happen in the normal course of events. Either the Republican or Democrat political party will nominate a man for president and a woman for vice president. And the woman and man will win. So you'll end up with a president, a male, and a vice president, a female. And in that term of office of the president will die. and the woman will become president under the law or Constitution. And once that barrier is broken, from then on, men better be careful, because they'll have a hard time ever even getting a nomination in the future.
Now, as a veteran of many years in American politics, I'm going to tell you something somewhat shocking. Joe Biden will not be the nominee of the Democratic Party in 2024. Kamala Harris will briefly become president, but the only way in their party they can replace a woman of color is with another woman of color. And yes, you heard it here first. The Democratic nominee for president will be Michelle Obama. They have already rigged their primaries. The reason that they have canceled the Iowa caucuses and the New Hampshire primary is to put South Carolina, a state where a majority of the Democratic primaries or primary voters are African Americans, and they will allow Gavin Newsom to purchase the vice presidential nomination, but the Obamas will hold him up for $600 or $800 million to do so. You heard it here first. When Steve Bannon says it in 3 weeks, remember I said it first.
I keep telling y'all, they are selected, not elected. It doesn't matter who is going to be president. We are all doomed. And if you actually think Trump is on your team, I'm going to show you why he not. Very soon. It's going to shock everybody.
You'll look outside and you'll see this golden sun in the sky. And it's not the sun, it's planet Nibiru. And then sometimes you'll have the real sun in the sky. Nibiru is a planet, it's a sun, it's a spaceship. And the Nubians out here and they're cleaning up the sky. And I've been speaking about this for months. I told y'all, look, you got all type of beings here that's a part of the Galactic Confederation. And they got different jobs. Like the Nerubians' job is to go in the sky and clean up all the oxygen and all the Morgellons out of our sky that these invaders put in our air. And that's what the fuck been going on. So you're going to feel the planet warming up. You're going to feel it being harder to breathe right now because your avatars, everybody's used to breathing oxygen when we're supposed to be breathing hydrogen. And I've shown this before with DNA links and stuff like that and how it look on a chart. DNA, which is really DEA, and how it's 3 of them, and how you got the little links. Those are hydrogen links. Originally, we breathed hydrogen on this planet, on this realm. So, you got to now understand that we are going through a pole shift. And like I said, it didn't just start. It's been going on. And the energy is going back to that warm, you know, to that heat that we never felt in this lifetime because, you know, they took the planet off. So if you got neuromelanin, all this new heat gonna be hot to you, but you can take it though. And you'll notice the longer you stand out there in it and try to meditate in it or something, you'll really be able to take it. And it's gonna feel kind of good to you, no matter how hot it is, it's gonna feel kind of good. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? But if you don't have neuromelanin, you can't take this shit at all right now. Motherfuckers is falling out and dying.
At 100 miles in the ocean, 100 miles, how much curvature should there be? 6,000 feet. It's about 6,000 feet of curvature. So you should not be able to see. Is that how far you could see? No, you wouldn't be able to see 100 miles away from the ocean. At 100 miles, there should be 6,000 feet of curvature. You don't even understand what that means. I don't. I understand what that means. If we live on a ball, that at every 100 miles, there should be 6,000 feet of curvature. There's a formula for it. When you look, there's Navy ships that can target other Navy ships with lasers 100 miles away. It would be impossible if there was a 6,000 foot curvature of water. Impossible. They take pictures of their target. Pictures at 100 miles. There's no curvature. It's flat. There should be 6,000 feet of curvature.